got our podcast thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it pressman coverage. Pressman coverage.
Welcome into Pressman Coverage. Today is a good day. This is a podcast that is dedicated to you, the fans, but it's Victory Monday. That's why today's a good day. And we want to talk to you about the Titans versus Browns matchup, what happened, what didn't happen, what the national narrative is, and where we think we can go from here. But before anything else, got to introduce the crew. Captain Cody Moore. Talk to the people, baby.
Victory Monday, boys!
Yeah.
It's the second one of the year in 13 weeks, but
Hey.
we've done it.
Hey, that's right, baby. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Sauce, how you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Like y'all said, it's Victory Monday. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Matter of fact, I'm a little chilly. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go on and wrap myself in. You know what I'm saying? Get a little cozy. Hey, you know what I mean? It's Victory. We ain't got many of these dubs, so we better celebrate it right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Eric Henry, he's over here. He's happy. You know what I'm saying? We here, man. We here.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm
Big dubs.
never going to be against a Victory Monday celebration.
Never.
Celebrate all of your
Man,
wins
too.
in life. Celebrate all of your wins in life. Now, with that being said, all wins are not perfect wins. We understand that. But a win is a win, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? You know what the most important thing that happened this weekend? The Saints won too. Yeah, we good, baby. We good, baby. Yeah. New Orleans, boy.
Yeah.
New Orleans, boy. But no, we'll have a draft conversation. But let's dive into the game. Before, I know if you've been here with us long enough, we don't go play by play. We just kind of talk about the game like we're just in the barbershop. So, Cody, tell me what stood out to you first. Matter of fact, I forgot you didn't get to see it. What stood out to me first was a kick return from Mr. Chimere DK. Chimere DK opens up the game with a 41-yard kick return. After that, they didn't kick the ball to him again. Kicked it through the end zone every time. How long has it been since we've had a weapon where the team won't kick it to him? Cody, I know that
he's
made
got
your
to
heart
be
happy.
Pac-Man Jones, maybe? Pac-Man
Maybe.
Jones?
Maybe.
I mean, Chimere DK's out there, dude, putting fear of God into everybody. And I just love to see it, man. I just love to see he's just making me look so smart. And I appreciate that.
Like that's like a true testament. Like they'd rather give your quarterback the ball at the 35, which may say something about Cam, than to kick the ball to you. I mean, Sauce, tell me about that first drive, first quarter. What were your thoughts, man? Talk to the people.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. I came in, I wasn't that hopeful that we would be that productive on offense, but man, when I seen that first throw from Cam that he did to Chig, I was like, okay. You know, Chig, that's my boy.
First throws, what did it?
Yeah, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But when the way they were scheming up against Myles and like getting the ball out quick, I'm like, okay, this might be a little different today. Like they're really like scheming up against him. They're really not trying to let him break that sack record on us. And so that part right there got me really excited. And that was just a stellar play from Cam, man. You know what I'm saying? Right there to Chig. And Chig with the sure hands. Y'all talk about sure hands all the time. That man caught that right over the shoulder. Quick pass to him. You know what I'm saying? Like lightning. Caught it, got upfield. How'd you feel, man? Watching Chig.
I tell you, man, the big thing for me is, you look at kind of that first scoring drive, just to kind of walk through it. We started off with a run of -1, 2nd and 11.
Hey, don't step on my stuff, bro.
Might have been. I'm sorry. But I just got to be honest. So that run of -1. Then we ran a screen pass to Chimere DK.
Nowhere.
1-yard pass. So, hey,
Yeah.
back to the line of scrimmage. But then a 24-yard pass in a really – okay, I do want to make sure I say this because I've been rough on them. The screen design this game was some of the best of the year for us. I'm not saying it's the best of the year for everybody, but for us. Like, And the screen, there was a 24-yard screen pass to Tajay Spears, excuse me. Tajay Spears goes. He chips Myles Garrett, lets him fly upfield. They throw it right behind Myles Garrett. Dan Moore essentially let Myles Garrett run right by him on purpose. So he thought he was going to get to the quarterback. So now we have an extra man running out because the tackle is completely freed up. And they did that on back-to-back plays because the pass to Chick that you're referencing was also a play where Chick comes in, chips, and then slips out.
Mhm.
And he actually kind of faked the chip a little bit and got out to it. So it's one of those where I do really appreciate the play design for once, and at least in this first drive. Our first drive seemed to have, aside from the flea flickers and the end rounds and all these double reverses we try to run on every first drive, that it was just smooth, and to finish it out with a touchdown pass, 14 yards, to Alec Manor, I'm good with it, man. I was definitely pleased. Our first drive touchdown of the year took far too long, but we got one. We got one, man. But I was thrilled, man. I was thrilled. It was something to where I liked that it was a mix of both, but predominantly it was in the air. You had about half of Cam Ward's passing yards on that first drive. But I am proud of that first drive within itself, and I think it really set us up for a strong first quarter. I think we went up, 14-3 was the end of the first quarter. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to see Alec Manor too, like finally show up again and get a touch. I mean, he got one touch. It was for the touchdown. But I mean, it felt like a while since we seen Alec Manor out there making a play. So that was definitely good to see. And it really felt like the formula that our real head coach Bones Fossil put together out there was to we're gonna run. Yeah, I mean, great game plan by Bones. He said we're gonna go out there and we're just gonna run right at Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
if we can't block him, so we're just gonna run right at him.
Yeah,
so
it's the Micah Parsons strategy.
Bones.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It worked, man. I mean, you look like him a little bit, Sauce. Talk to us about Tony Pollard's day. You do look like
that's
TP
crazy.
Right now. You look like TP right now.
I don't look like TP.
Take your hat off so we can see TP's hairline.
That's crazy. I actually got a gray hairline. I'm not gonna do it right now, but yeah, I got.
Why would you do it right now?
Is that first
painted? I've never. Why y'all running with this narrative? That's crazy.
It's painted, y'all. I'm telling you.
He's like Jaylen Brown, bro. He can't bump into people.
He went to the game with me the other day. He said yes and swung his head around. I had to wipe all that off of me, man.
The Jaylen Brown, not the Jaylen Brown.
This lady said, "Did you fall in tar on the way in?" I said, "No, it's this dude." Goodness gracious.
Hey, that is crazy, bro. That's crazy. But speaking of TP, and I'm back on you though, so stay on your toes. I'm on you. I'm on your neck.
My bad.
But speaking of TP, man, I mean he ran the ball amazing, man. Like he ran with passion this game, man. I don't know what got in him, but we've been yearning for that TP this entire season. And for him to be able to break one off, I've never seen him actually. Well, I've seen him take one to the house in Dallas, but I'm just like, I didn't think he was there in his career anymore. But the fact that he was able to do two like that, man, I'm like, all right, okay. The offensive line played well. They played together. J.C. Latham, maybe one or two mistakes, but fairly a bounce back game for him. Dan Moore played clean. Corey Levin stepped up to the plate. He played well, man. So, big salute to the offensive line. But yeah, man, we ran the ball effectively, and it changed everything.
Cody, you're the trench king, man. Talk to me about the O-line's performance.
Isn't it just amazing what you can do when you can just run the football? It just seems like such a simple just aspect of playing football. Just set, hand it off. But but we have not been able to do it for the entire season. I mean, listen, I never lost faith in Tony Pollard. Tony, I never doubted you for.
He's
I
lying.
Never doubted you for a second.
That's cap.
He is lying.
I knew it was the offensive line that was holding you back, and Bones Fossil, he just finally put together a great game plan. Got Tony Pollard the ball just how we needed to do, and I'm just God, man, it was just so good to see. I mean, the real world though. 25 carries, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. None of us saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming.
No. I would be lying I said, I would love. I know we didn't get to talk through a lot of it, but I had mentioned on a pre-conversation that I had with Randy about the game that if we're able to rush the ball for once for 25 to 30 times in a game, I think we'll be in a position to win the game at the end because we always have 14 to 17 rushing attempts because we're having to pass the ball all game long. And this is his second game in a row, averaging over 6 yards a carry. So it's one of those things where it helps your rookie quarterback not have to be Superman every game. I don't think people realize what all Cam Ward has been asked to do this season when having a rushing attack with the 3 or 4 weeks prior to last week. You're averaging about 27 yards a game from your running backs. And he was leading the team in rushing in back-to-back games coming into last week. So it's such a difference when you're able to do that. It opens things up, and hopefully it helps them be able to build on that and open up the playbook a little bit more and so forth when you're not having to chip every play. 'Cause that's also another side of it where you're taking 1 to 2 receivers out of every single snap because you're trying to deal with Mr. 95 on the other side.
Yeah. I really like that the fact that they approached this week with I don't feel like they necessarily wanted to take the ball out of Cam's hands, but they just wanted to balance the offense out to where he could just pick his spots, you know what I'm saying, confidently. And I mean, he did that and he executed to a T. Like he really came in with the intention and put the ball where he needed it to be. The playmakers was there making the catches. Like it finally clicked, this week. Let's just hope they continue it. You know what I'm saying? But it looked good. It looked good. It looked like a well balanced offense for sure.
Yeah, something that's kind of interesting too is that I heard a stat that said that Tony Pollard is averaging a whole extra yard per rush when Corey Levin is in the game versus Lloyd Cushenberry.
Wow. Wow.
So,
Corey Levin was straight mauling people. Like, we'll show
He
some of the
was.
touchdown runs here in a moment. But
he's
like
the Mason
Corey
Kinsey
Levin,
of offensive linemen.
he is, man, except he's actually good at his job. Like, I I I am pleased with that with Mr. Levin. Am I completely out on Cush? No, I'm not completely out. And they always say the second year after your Achilles is when you really pick it up. We'll see. But I want to keep Corey Levin as long as we can because if Cush starts not to play well, or if he finishes the season and Levin plays, another couple of weeks really well, save some money. Do a post June 1st cut. We've already got a plenty of money anyway. We don't need the money for free agency. And let him go be a star somewhere else or be a player somewhere else, whatever he wants to do. And go pick up Tyler Lindenbaum. He's available too. What? But, I think that it really does put us in a situation where it gives us some flexibility. But I appreciate having a good O-line performance overall. We were worried about Dan Moore and J.C. Latham. And they did their job. You know what I mean? Like, I know Dan Moore got hurt and Aliudo came in and filled in, but Aliudo did his job when he came in. I don't care if people
Was
were
it
chipping.
Udo?
Yeah, Aliudo came in. So
Yeah.
Brandon Crenshaw Dixon came in for a play after Dan Moore got hurt because you can't
because the
go from
ineligibility
eligible.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But Aliudo is the person who filled in for the rest of the game. And people are like, oh, they were chipping and, how much were they one-on-one? Do you know how much we've gotten beat after a chip? You know how many pressures we've given up after a chip? I mean, the fact that Myles Garrett was, I'm not going to say he was a non-factor because we had to deal with him every play, but the fact that he didn't wreck this game is a true testament to the O-line.
Yeah, I think they said that he had his second lowest pass pressure of his entire career. And it's just like, I mean, going into the game, a lot of the storylines were like, who's going to get more? Like Myles Garrett sacks or Titans points? And I think most people were going to take Myles Garrett sacks.
Yeah, I mean, your stat prediction was 12-3. And if a game, score prediction. And if I would have asked you how many sacks Myles Garrett get, you probably would have said 4. So you're
I would say
exactly
he's going
right
to set
on
the
that.
record.
And to be honest, I personally thought around 2 to 2.5 at minimum was what he was going to get. So just huge shout out to the team. And I want to make sure I say this again. Shout out to the game plan around him. It takes a game plan on top of execution to get that done. And I feel like the players did that overall. Now, to talk about, go ahead, Sauce. Go ahead, Sauce.
I was gonna say, man, I hate to interject, but speaking of game plan and while we're on this topic of trenches, can you talk about your doppelganger, Denard Wilson, and just how he game plan? I told you I was gonna get you. I told you I was gonna get you.
That is so
But can you-
stupid. That is so stupid, man.
Talking
Because
about
the thing
the other
is, I
side of
thought
the
you're gonna go with
trenches.
the normal stuff that you hear. People always call me Denzel Washington, or they're like, hey, you like Michael B. Jordan, things like that. I'm used to getting, so that one threw me off. But yeah, yeah. But let's talk about it, because this was another dominant performance by the best player, at least yesterday, on that football field of Mr. Jeffrey Simmons.
Come on.
Jeff Simmons showed us so much during this game. He had 10 pressures, Cody. 10 pressures this game. A sack and a half from an interior lineman, mind you. Like, he was absolutely dominant. He could have had more sacks. Like, just one of those things where I'm appreciative to have a player who was that dominant, and they're really working on scheming to get him open, like that last sack he had where he looped around. That's beautiful, man. And when you've got big, bulky ends, that's the perfect thing to do with them, because they have the power to drive inside so he can loop around with his athleticism. Cody, talk to me about your favorite player on the Tennessee Titans, Big Jeff, outside of Chimere DK.
Dude, he's just so fun to watch. And really, like, him losing that weight in the offseason, I mean, it's taking his game up to another level, dude. I mean, it would almost feel like if he ran that wraparound that they did on the second highlight there, he probably could have been like 1 or 2 steps late and probably maybe wouldn't have gotten there. Dude, he is so quick for how big he is. He is so fun to watch. And it's really awesome when your best player on the team, when you're 1-11, you're playing in 20-degree weather, you're in Cleveland, it's snowing, and you're going out there and you're playing like that, dude. I mean, that's the reason why Borgo wanted to keep him. I mean, he sets the tone.
He does.
He did, man. I think one of the more impressive plays, like I mean, it could have went either way, but man, he took on, like, it was one of the first plays on the defensive series. Took on 2 defenders, got his player open where he could just go right around him and get the sack. Like, It was just like, dude, this dude is different. He's different, man. Like he had his way.
He controls the game, man. And speaking of controlling the game, from like a pace perspective on both sides of the ball, it was the first game all season where I feel like we dictated the pace of the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if people realize this. We finished the game with 9 straight handoffs. We also went into the second half, I think, with 3 straight handoffs and like a random 3rd and long pass. Like, there were multiple times where we just turned around and just gave it to the back and controlled the clock. That's how you win games. You win the turnover battle. You win the battle. We didn't win it penalty-wise, but you win the battle in the trenches. And if you can win 2 out of those 3 when it comes to penalties in the trenches, turnover battle, that's who wins the game. And we got 2 out of those 3. And that's how you support a rookie quarterback. Now,
yes,
on the flip side of things, you also support him by getting a tight end who's the next freaking Rob Gronkowski named Harold Fannin Jr.
Oh, man.
Goodness gracious, man.
That dude is a problem.
Like,
from Bowling
My
Green.
goodness, man. From Bowling Green. 8 receptions, 114 in a tub.
He was a monster. He's like that, man.
I
wish we would have got him.
Like, goodness gracious, man.
It's crazy.
But, I did want to jump in and say that, just give him some love, but I want to stick on the defense for just one more moment. Rushing wise, 20 carries total. That does include 3 carries for Sanders, 3.1 yards per carry, 61 yards total. That with a long of just 14. That right there is it's the second game in a row where they've been basically 3 yards or under against our defense. That sets the tone. We have to do that. We have to stop the run because our cornerbacks are going to get torched. We saw it this game. We have to stop the run. We do. I love Darryl Baker. He gives so much effort, but if you run a slant route on him man-to-man, I promise you'll get 15 yards minimum. It's going to happen. Marcus Harris was the only person in the second, well, I'm not going to say in the secondary, the only corner who I feel like really competes and can play man-to-man at a decent rate. Marcus Harris made some plays today, and I want to pivot that conversation into our rookie conversation. This was a young guys ball out type of game. Let's focus on why. Marcus Harris forces a fumble that gets recovered by us. Kevin Winston Jr. with 3 pressures, 2 quarterback hits, and a quarterback hurry. Chimere DK, touchdown reception and a big return. You look at Alec Iomanner, a touchdown. You look at Cam Ward, his first multi-passing touchdown game of the season. I know it's week 14, God,
Hey,
but it's one of those things where, man, it does make you excited for the future to see those things happening. To have an O-line that, for the most part, will be together for the next 2 or 3 years at minimum. I'm not saying that things are great. I'm not saying things are perfect, but it is good to see our young guys being the guys who are playing the best. I would be a little worried if it was Van Jefferson and somebody else random who were leading us in receivers, because those aren't people that we're going to depend on. Let the young guys try to figure it out. Cody, what do you think about our rookie performances, boss?
Yeah, man. I mean, to be real, dude, like I thought, Chimere DK, he probably could have had 2 touchdowns if we're being completely honest with you. But yeah, Kevin Winston, he played phenomenal. We already highlighted Io Manor, got the game started with a big touchdown. Helped set the tone for the game. And you two put Kevin Winston in y'all's top 10 for most talented. I was maybe a little bit more disrespectful to him, and that's on me, because he is playing some ball. Ever since he's gotten like more and more playing time, dude, he is so recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always see him on the field, dude. He flies around.
He does,
and he is fun to watch. So, like you said, dude, I mean, it really is good to see the young guys out there making plays, because I mean, they're going to be kind of the foundation, the big role players that we're going to need, with all this potential cap space that we got coming up to maybe go get a big fish potentially.
Yeah. No, that's big. Sauce, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I just wanted to just piggyback off of what Cody was saying, and just I think it's just such an important time to just see these flashes out of these young players, because it does show promise, and like you said, it does have promising pieces to build around. When you see Cedric Gray taking a step forward, as a second-year player, he's still young, he's still one of those foundational pieces, but seeing him take a step forward, even though he got hogged down, I know you ran out of gas, baby. But hey,
that
crazy,
was so
dude.
funny, dog. That was hilarious. You could just see like all the
he was
air
tired.
out of his lungs.
He literally couldn't take another step. Like it was like trying to juke.
It reminded me of the male cheerleader on the Titans when he's trying to run with the
Don't
flag
do
across
it.
the field.
My dog too. Don't do it. I knew you were going there as soon as I heard the word male. But let me tell you something. There's a difference though. There's a difference, because my dog always finishes his rep. He gets that flag across the field. What are you talking about, too?
It's the hands on the hips. It's the hands on the hips. Like
there are 6
Shout out
cheerleaders
Neil,
with 6
man.
packs.
Shout out Neil.
6 male cheerleaders with 6 packs, and they got my dog doing the flag, bro. Let him get a break.
It's so petty.
He be
bro.
sprinting too. He
It
go.
makes no sense. He be working too, man. But why are they doing this to him? Why are they doing this to him, man? It's the stupidest thing. But yeah,
He
I was
keep
listening
that flag
to
up,
Xavier
though.
Woods' interview, man. He does keep the flag. He never touches the ground. It never touches the ground. Xavier Woods' interview, he was like, "Yeah, man, he scooped up the fumble. I was looking around, like, yeah, he had 10 yards on him. I look back, and he's trying to dodge people all of a sudden.
Man.
He was like, I looked for 1 second. He said, "Yeah, 10 yards on him when I first looked back, and he's trying to juke people to get to it."
I think how Cedric Gray was thinking in his mind, like, all right, they're gonna tackle me any minute now. Like, there's nobody to tackle me. Dog, I'm tired. Just tackle me already.
Let me get
like,
oh man, I knew he had got tired, because when they went to him on the sideline, oxygen was in his hand. But you know what though? He can get away with that, even if we would have lost the game. He can get away with that because he plays hard every single down. Like Cedric Gray is one of those players where, like for instance, Shadur Sanders had a play where he had scrambled outside of the pocket. He was going towards like the right side of the field, and he had kind of pump faked a little bit, and I thought he was going to run for 20, 25 yards. Cedric Gray comes flying out of nowhere, dives, full extension, grabs him by the shoulder pads, and brings him down for only a 6 or 7 yard gain. It was one of those things, again, another 10 tackle performance for him. He's about to finish the season with 200 tackles, it feels like.
128 on the season.
Golly. Like, he's been awesome. And I want to make sure I give a shout out to Cody Barton as well. He had 3 pass deflections this game. I know I mentioned it last time we did a review, and he had some pass deflections. his pass coverage has picked up tremendously over the last 3 weeks versus where it was. They haven't even been attacking the middle of the field where he is a lot. Like, it's been a lot of the, slants, quick out routes, and attacking that side of the field. So huge shout out to our linebacker core, which we thought was going to be one of the weakest points in our defense coming into the season. We thought our cornerbacks was going to be the strongest, and it's been the opposite because we got rid of everybody we had. So just big shout out to him too, man. I think defensively things have looked well, and things are on the up and up. But I want to have one quick narrative-related conversation, and it's around the Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward. Everybody's talking about it, and we are too.
Yep.
Turn it off if you don't want to hear it anymore. Shedeur Sanders finished 23 of 42, 364 passing yards, 8 yards per pass, essentially, per reception. Had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked twice for 13 yards. QBR of 56, rating of 97. Cam Ward, 14 for 28, exactly 50%. 117 yards, 4.2 was his average with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. He was sacked once. QBR of 19.1, a quarterback rating of 70. That is a major discrepancy. I personally would say that, yes, Shedeur Sanders, I think, outplayed Cam Ward. Like, I can't say that he didn't. He definitely outproduced him. I think that's the obvious side of the house. But I do think that Shedeur Sanders made more plays. Now, my caveat to that, then I'll shut up and let you guys go, is I do think Shedeur Sanders was in a situation where he had to do that. Obviously, he threw the ball close to 20 more times. He was in a situation where his receivers were able to get him open, but also they were down the majority of the game. We had the lead for the most time we've ever had all season, maybe our whole life, it felt like. Where we we were up 14-3 at the end of the first quarter. So they were letting it go. And then in the fourth quarter, it was all catch-up time. They were down 2 scores late. So he had to let it go, and those yards can add up when you do that. Almost 400 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a lot of yards, big dog. Yes, sure. There was some long receptions in there. But, Cody, tell me how you think about the QB comparison and duel, and Sauce will jump to you next.
Yeah, I mean, I have been a renowned Shedud hater, basically this entire process, and I mean, I was 100% on Team Cam Ward through the entire draft process and all this, and I thought that Cam Ward was going to show up, accept the challenge, and he was going to ball out today. 14 of 28, 117 yards. Not exactly showing up and balling out, if you ask me. Shedeur came in, again, put up 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, had another rushing touchdown. You can say that he was losing the entire game. We've been losing the entire season. Cam Ward has not put up these numbers yet. So, I mean, Sauce, what do you think, man? I know you're the big positivity guy. Give me some glimmers of hope, man, because when I look at these numbers, Cam Ward has played 13 games and hasn't touched anything like this, and it took Shedeur 3.
Understandable. I understand this. First off, I mean, it comes down to coaching, honestly, with me. Scheme. I think even though Shedeur has not had the best of times, he's had the weapons and he's had the coaching in place that can draw it up. Now, essentially, they lost them the game by that 2-point conversion, but it's flip-flop coaching. It's flip-flop coaching, but at the same time, they draw stuff up pretty good for Shedeur. Now, at this point, yeah, I would have liked to have won this game off of Cam's arm in a duel battle, but I mean, we were running the ball so effective that they couldn't stop it. And so when you're doing that, Cam is gonna do what it takes to win, and that's what I like. And also with that, if you just take a look at the game film, the box score, Bobby's lead the chat. You feel me? When you look at the film, you will see what decisions Cam is making, and they're very confident and very advanced decisions. It's quick. The game is coming to him faster. I think these type of games will come in the future. It's just right now, we got to see what he do in next year. I'm not looking to see a 300 mark game right now. I just want to see development at the quarterback position. To me, I still feel like Cam played a great game because they got the dub. And besides the interception, he didn't make any other drastic mistakes to lose the game. You know what I mean? So
you think you had a great game?
I think so.
Great. Sauce.
He
Sauce.
did not put.
He
I'm just
completed
saying.
50% of his passes.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Great is a little much.
Okay. All right. Fair. Good.
And to be honest with
But
you, I mean, the game, if he would have hit Chimere DK on that throw, I mean, the game
and anybody
probably
could
would
put
have been
300 up on our DBs. I mean, they got cooked by Jerry Jeudy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think there's, there is a factor of the
Shador
defenses that are being played against. Like there's, I think Shador has that advantage. I do think, to jump into what you said, Randy, Cam, I don't think he played great. I don't even think he played good. But I also think on the other side of the house, there's an over-the-shoulder catch that comes in for Harold Fannin. I think he goes for 35 yards over the shoulder. Cam throws an over-the-shoulder to Van Jefferson, dropped. And when he dropped it, the cornerback had fell off of him, so he would have scored on that. I do think that there also are plays where his receivers aren't making plays for him too, but that doesn't account for 210 yards of a difference. And 50 yards difference, if you ask me. But I couldn't say he played great. I can't say he played good. I think he did enough to win the game. He looked like a game manager during that game, and Shador looked like a difference maker. Am I saying that that's their long-term evaluations? No, I'm not saying that's their long-term evaluations. But Cam was asked to manage the game, keep the lead where it is, don't make any mistakes, and convert when you can, even though we're going to run it 9 times straight to end the game. What the heck are you doing? I think that is – they just went crazy conservative.
Playing not to lose.
Like, what? But, I think that's a big part of it.
It's hard for me to really, it's hard for me to display our team against another team. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't have, established coaching. And it's just – I don't know. I don't think they put him in the best position to win. He just makes what he can out of the situation, in my opinion. And the things that I saw is promising. Like, it's good to me. And he still won us the game. He did not lose us the game. So to me, he still played a good game to me. And if y'all are breaking runs off like that, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But we ain't been breaking off runs the entire season, and he hasn't put up numbers like this.
I mean, that's true.
He's been asked to throw 40 times. He hasn't put up numbers like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now he does. I mean, he's also not getting the benefit of, Quinshawn Junkins, 1 catch for 58 yards, a Jerry Jeudy, a 60-yard reception. And that's really, to me, it's the hardest thing watching Cam. It's just I feel like he doesn't get the benefit of the screen pass that goes for 60 yards. I just feel like he doesn't
he
get
don't
that
get
benefit
bailed out like that. Like, it doesn't, his stats are not glamorous and pretty, but if you really watch the film, it's okay, he's doing the right things. Like, he's making the right reads. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's true either, bro. I just don't believe that the reads are 4 yards down the field. He's averaging 4 yards of completion.
Well, do you think that there's people open that he's missing? Like he's not seeing the correct people?
I don't think so.
Well, that's the thing. It's I don't know if this goes into the whole ghost thing, and he just feels like he has to get the ball out quicker than he actually has to, type of situation. But I mean, this is his second game in a row. I think last game it was 3. I think it was in the 3s, his average, and now this one's 4. And
I think that's a game plan thing. I don't think that's on Cam Ward. I don't think that he is strategically not pushing the ball down the field. I only say that because his whole career, that's what he is. His first 3 or 4 games, he was trying to push the ball down the field. People are upset that he was holding on the ball too long to do that. I think that it's been a game plan switch where they're like, hey, we're going to get the ball out of your hands as soon as possible. We're running a bunch of flat routes, a bunch of drag routes, a bunch of screen passes. Those screen passes alone drop your average down because, those average attempts are in the negatives half the time. And we're running 6 or 7 of them a game out of 24 attempts. So I think personally it's a lot on the scheme. He doesn't have a 2-time coach of the year scheming up stuff for him.
Mm-mm.
He's got a 2-time fired coach scheming up for him.
Hey,
so
and
back to our narrative. Right. Back to our narrative. I took a picture of it, bro. It got down to talking to the refs. Mike standing right there. Guess who's beside him? Bones. And I'm just
people didn't want to listen to me when I first said this. but and not you guys, but just in general, Bones Fossil is the head coach of this team, man. Like Bones Fossil's
you think
making
he's just
the
playing
decisions.
for punts?
So
I think he just
You think he's
Hey,
just playing
man.
for punts?
that's it. That's it.
I just think our route trees in our scheme is limited due to lack of coaching. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you could just see how Mike did his victory speech in the locker room. Man, them players didn't care. They like, dog, we went out there and won that game.
I hear you, but Bo Hardigree also had Aiden O'Connell averaging 300 yards a game.
That's Aiden O'Connell. That's Bo Hardigree. It was in a different coaching staff. I just don't think that scenario is just a plug and play for here. I just don't think it runs like that here. I don't know. I feel like it's capped just for me. So I don't know. It's hard.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. And listen, I'm gonna give Cam Ward all next year, but I mean, I don't want to say this, but my confidence level is, I mean, it's
Don't do it,
low,
Cody.
bro.
Don't
It's
do it.
getting
Don't do
low.
it.
And
To be honest, I'm worried that it's getting low because of the box score watching. Because I don't think he does bad when he plays. Like he'll miss one or two throws a game.
The thing is that he could have had 170 yards thrown if he hit the easy one to Chimere DK.
But he'd have
For a
170 yards
touchdown.
too
He
if Van Jefferson
he could
doesn't
have
drop the pass.
Yeah, but I mean, you could look at it too. And I think it could have been a little inaccurate ball too. But
on Van Jefferson?
No.
I mean, go
right
look
there
at
in
it.
the back.
Pull it up.
Van Jefferson
Can you
hit
pull
him
it
in both of his hands. How was that inaccurate? What?
Was it not a little bit behind him?
Van Jefferson literally was like this.
Now
And
he got pulled by his shoulder pad just a little bit right before the ball got there. But it still hit those hands.
Pull it up, bro.
It still hit those
I'm
mitts.
gonna pull it up. Y'all keep talking. I am so disappointed.
Yeah,
in
it
you,
hit
Cody.
those
Pull it
mitts.
No, I
Van
wanna
Jefferson,
see it.
yeah, that was on him.
Because,
That was a drop on him.
Yeah, I want to see it for sure.
And I'll also say, I mean, that should have been a call. That should have been a pass interference. To be real, you know what I'm saying? The defender was beat, and he did that little pull right there, last ditch effort before he could get his hands on the ball. But yeah, it hit him both hands.
You can call it box score watching, but
I'm not saying you're
box
I'm not
score
saying
watching
you're a
does
box score watcher.
tell
I'm
a
just
story
saying.
of how the game is going. I mean, it took him to the fourth quarter to get to 100 yards passing again.
How many attempts did he have at that point? That were actually legitimate.
But again, like this isn't like the first time we've been losing all year.
And he's had games that are better than this.
I agree, but he's also had a lot of games like this where it's like 117 yards, 150 yards.
We don't have a Harold Fanning though.
We don't have
We don't have
anything.
If you ask Chigaconquo's Harold fan, Chigaconquo's Gronkowski, Tony Gonzalez, all wrapped up into one.
Oh man.
No, I definitely agree with that, man. Like I said, I don't think that he's played outstanding this year. I don't. I do think you're a little hard on him, though. Like I don't think you are.
He's the number one pick, Lim.
And we looked at the surrounding cast of the other number one picks. Is this not the worst surrounding cast?
They had more than 9 touchdowns.
Look at the surrounding cast of the other. Okay, look at Caleb Williams last year. Name all his wide receivers and name ours and tell you what our best one would fit in their wide receiver room.
But he has played. He has started.
You keep saying but you're not answering the question.
He has played every game. He started every game, and he's got 9 touchdowns through 12 games. We've been held scoreless.
With limited help, though, Cody. With limited, he has.
And that's all. Help. And that's all Cam Ward's fault, huh?
Chimere DK's dropping some of those too, by the way.
You didn't have to attack Chimere like that. You didn't have to. He didn't have to do that. I'm trying to find the exact play.
Man. Can you find that?
I just need, dude, and that's the thing, dude. Like, I need Cam Ward with a good coach. I need Cam Ward.
Think it up. Yeah,
I need it, like, because I
okay. All right, let's look at the play.
Did you find it? Let's see it.
I did. I found it finally. Hopefully we don't get flagged for this. Probably will, but who cares? It's back. Get myself together. We're live. This is what tells you guys there's no big studio production. It's me being able to click on the screen. All right. Top side of the screen is where we're watching.
Look at him making them chicks right there, man. Look at that.
All out blitz. Somebody dead in his face. Look at this.
Look, dead in his face. Right
there. That's off target.
That was a great throw. Okay, that was a good, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. He's just fighting for his life out there, man. But like I said, I want to make sure that I say this, though. Cam Ward has not like wowed me this season. I would be lying if I say he wowed me. I do think that there's a mix of a couple things. One, I think the circumstances around him haven't been good from a coaching perspective. I mean, having 3 different play callers within your first 4 weeks of the season, 5, 6 weeks, whatever you want to call it, is crazy to me. I also think that the weapons around him and losing what you thought would be your number one weapon, which is your only legitimate weapon, is also pretty poor. And the running game has been absolutely abysmal. Like, I can't ignore those things when evaluating Cam Ward and say that, hey, you only have 9 touchdown passes. Yes, you have the worst supporting cast, which some evaluators say in the history of a number one quarterback being drafted. I mean, like, we're literally depending on 2 fourth-round wide receivers to make plays every game, rookie wide receivers to make plays. No knock on them, because I think eventually they'll be solid. But I don't think any of us think that they're going to be even a wide receiver 2 in the league long term, no matter what quarterback they're playing with. So that's where I have to think that there is, I have to factor those things in long term. I do. I'm not saying that he's playing great, though. I don't want you to think I'm saying that, but I do take those things into consideration when evaluating Cam.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that the conditions are far from good or even bad. They're atrocious. But it's just, I don't know. It's really hard to stomach just that he's played 13 games. He's got 9 touchdowns. I don't know. It's hard for me to get behind. It truly is. I mean, and again, and I attributed that this is the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. We took him to build our franchise around, and this is what it is so far.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Number 1 pick, but again, he's been given the worst situation out of any number 1 pick most recently. That has to account for something. I don't like. We also have to factor in Caleb Williams lost the same amount of games in a row than Cam Ward did last year with the supporting cast that he had. So it's like, okay, you put up a little bit better numbers, but you lost 10 games in a row when you were expected to be a playoff team. I think there's a big difference in how you evaluate those 2 people. I don't think you can those aren't apples to apples to me. I have to be honest. I just don't think those are apples to apples, especially in a game where the team scores 31 points. And those are all offensive points. I can't just say that, hey, I don't care if it's on the ground, in the air, whatever it is. He was the quarterback that was there when that happened and didn't make core mistakes. That's why I can't say he played poorly. I can't. If he was making poor decisions.
Do you think he can be the guy?
Yes.
Can we build around him? Or do we have to build around like a running back and he's like our Ryan Tannehill where he just I don't know,
Don't
man.
disrespect Tanny.
I'm just saying. Like, I mean, Ryan Tannehill won 2 playoff games with under 100 yards. So I mean, like, if that's
Cody,
what Cam Ward
I'm not gonna
is,
let
I
you.
guess that's what Cam Ward is.
I'm not gonna let you make that comparison. He's better than that. He's better than that.
Is he better? Is he better than Ryan Tannehill?
Not at his peak.
Yeah,
Tannehill was a doggy.
To be determined.
Yeah,
but
Tannehill's a doggy now. But look, we scored 31 points. I am happy to see us doing that for a while. I think that it gave us opportunity to, really just continue to play well.
Not special teams. But
Yeah.
Over under was 33 and we scored 31. How about you gotta love 2 bad football teams playing in the snow in December.
Yep. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to go out there and fight and just compete. And I am happy to see kind of what our team did. I felt like overall there were some positives that we can lean on. And there's some, seeing the rookies continue to play well is something that excites me. I will be honest. Did I predict us scoring 30 points? No, not even half of it.
Hey, make her TP.
Look at TP making them booty holes clean. You got the Browns? Get some TP and wipe it clean.
Hey,
y'all just don't know how much practice time this man has had for that joke. It makes
I was
me
working
so
on it
mad.
in the pre-show.
He was literally working it out like we were a stand-up set.
Look at that, bro.
Like, just ridiculous.
Cam ain't got to do that much, man, if he's doing that. Look at that.
Hopefully
To the
we can get
his
that a little bit more.
house.
They say if we get
Well.
Jeremiah Love, that's what our offense is going to look like.
Hey,
We could have gotten
I'm
Shador
cool with it.
Sanders in the 5th and gotten, a couple extra
Look at that
picks.
throw. All right, then he did the chomp right there too. Look at that.
Hey, he's gator chomping.
Okay, let's.
Never forget your roots, Jim.
That's right. That's right. Those roots produce no fruit because they're not. Are they even going to a bowl game this year? Like, come on, man. All right.
John,
Look, we've done
Summerall.
enough yapping. Any closing thoughts for today? Breaking down Titans versus Brown.
Cam
Man.
Ward, I need you. I need you to be awesome because I don't like talking like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but-
hates you. He hates you, Cam.
I
And
don't
when-
hate you.
When
I
we
love
meet
your
you in
mentality.
person, I would
but
not
I'm-
allow him to shake your hand and not tell you what he's telling us right now. I hope you know this, Cameron.
I love you, Cam Ward. I love you. I love your mentality, but I also love Tim Tebow's mentality.
Oh, God. Sauce,
We're
go
not
ahead,
gonna make
man.
that
Jump in.
comparison. We're not
Please
gonna
save
do that.
us.
We're not
Please save us from Pastor T over here.
Listen, don't lose your faith, guys. Cam Ward is the franchise quarterback. We just need the right head coach, and we need some more playmakers. And we need Jeremiah Love. We get him, it's
Mm-mm.
gonna be nice.
Gosh.
It's gonna be nice.
Are you more open to the
Hey,
Jeremiah Love
matter of
conversation
fact,
now?
Hot take. I kind of like us at the 3 spot. I kind of like that. You can't
know,
get
the
too
good-
much
oh.
flack. You take a running back. You know what I'm saying? 3
We're
or
not taking
lower.
it back at 3. You must be out of your mind. But
Yeah,
I will
hey,
say this. I forgot to mention.
I'm just saying.
along
One,
with
you
that
feel like
draft
you're
conversation,
pigeonholed.
I mean, if we picked at
You can
one,
do what the
there's only
Browns
a few
did.
places you can go. But I will say this: if we finish like second, I know people are focused on the number 1 pick, but let's say we finish second, that's still not the. You can trade back out of second. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken,
It
correct me
still
if
is
I'm wrong,
valuable.
fellas. Didn't the Texans trade out of 2 years ago, and then last year also was it the Browns that traded out of the second pick
Yes.
as well? Like you can trade out of
Travis
the
Hunter.
second pick, especially if that first team needs a quarterback. It almost makes those other teams more desperate. Yeah, they're not getting the best quarterback, but they need to get a quarterback. So we better trade up now because the one we thought was good is already gone. So I think it does give us that opportunity to still make moves. So please, fans, number 1 overall pick is perfect because nobody can challenge us. But I do think number 2 or even number 3, depending on who's at number 2, isn't the worst. Just want to make sure I got that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
It did feel good to beat the Browns like a blue-collar wife.
It do. Thank you to all the subscribers. Make sure y'all like, comment down
60,000.
below. Hey, hit us in the chat, baby. Dubs in the chat. Spam
Why
it
did I
up.
agree
You know
to
what I'm
this?
saying? This is crazy.
Why do I pod with this man? All right, look, like,
He's
comment,
2 for
subscribe. Like
2.
Randy said, man. Next week, we'll be back. We are doing a preview this week. We want to talk about how we match up. We're going to San Fran this week, baby. We're going to San Fran,
Franny.
West Coast, 3:25 start time. My whole morning won't be ruined no more. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm shutting up. Thank you guys for spending some time with us, almost 50 minutes. We love you guys. Thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe. We're out of here. Peace out.
Chris Man.